Today is really the first time that we have heard about who this shooter was, and that's important when it comes to figuring out motive here. Some of those compelling stuff for investigators actually came from an interview with the shooter's own dad, and what he revealed to investigators, major red flags.
And he had mentioned that his son does not have any friends. He pretty much sat in his room most of the time. He ate, went to the bathroom in there. So he pretty much never left his room, and his father didn't believe that he had any friends.
A 2-page note in Anthony McRae's pocket found after he killed himself just around the corner from his house in Lansing, 4 miles from the shooting scene on MSU's campus. In the note, he introduced himself as the shooter at MSU, then a list of threats to be carried out at businesses, a random church, and at schools in his former school district in Ewing, New Jersey.
We found that he had had contact with some of those places. He was an employee of the Meyer warehouse at one time. In a couple of other businesses, it appears that he'd had some issues with the employees there where he was asked to leave.
Woven into those pages, feelings of being slighted.
So it looks like possibly a motive for that was he just felt slighted, and that's kind of what the note indicated.
Police are also investigating if MSU was targeted because McRae applied for a job at the university and was turned down for the position.
We can find no connection to MSU at this time. He was not a current student, faculty, staff, or a former student, faculty, staff.
What's the word, man? You work here?
In 2019, McRae pled down a felony charge for carrying a weapon without a concealed pistols license to a misdemeanor. That did not prevent him from, in 2021, legally buying the 2 pistols he had on him during the attack, along with 9 extra loaded magazines and 50 additional rounds of 9mm ammo. The Ingham County Prosecutor's Office said in a statement, in part, even if McRae would not have pled down, jail time would not be recommended per a workup on McRae for sentence guidelines to the court.
We would all hope that a prosecutor would uphold the law as it's written. There's always room for some type of discrepancy or discretion. However, that one will be scrutinized for a long time, I'm sure.
McRae lived with his father in a house in Lansing about 4 miles from campus. That is where he was walking when he shot and killed himself. Now, there was a search warrant done at the house earlier this week. Investigators say they collected journals, a cell phone, other writings, and shell casings. All of that evidence being analyzed to hopefully paint a better, clearer picture of why. Reporting live in East Lansing, Jessica Dupnack, Fox 2 News.
And Jessica, from what we understand, when he opened fire at MSU inside those 2 halls, Berkey Hall and the Union, it was random. So we may never know really what motivated him to pick those 2 buildings and to really do what he did there.
Sure, and you know, all we can do is speculate. Some investigators have speculated that those buildings are open to the public. They're right off kind of the main road here in East Lansing, so it really might have been just a matter of complete random and ease for the shooter.
And that's the scariest part. All right, Jessica, thanks for the update.